Builders class, supporters, CLC staff. I'm very excited to be speaking with you all tonight. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Marlee. I work for the Odie Company, as you'll see on the front cover of that lovely brochure that we all received tonight. Thank you to our VP of Marketing. I am what one would call a Clevelander by choice. I did not grow up here. My family isn't from here, but my husband and I now choose to call Cleveland home. We both started working here and we fell in love with the culture, with the city, and who we have come to call family and friends. To get things kicked off, I first want to start off by thanking the CLC staff, Jody, Nate, Marianne, Rachel, and more, who have made this experience so special. What a year it has been. We've had ups, downs, and everything in between. We Zoomed, we hung out at the zoo, and then we eventually ended up at the Urban Community School. Your enthusiasm and consistency has allowed this program to continue to thrive despite the unique challenges that this past year presented. So, thank you. So when I think about this year, a few words come to mind. The first is honestly, genuinely very happy. I'm really happy for our shared experiences, in person, over Zoom, all of it. I hate saying this after Marianne's amazing speech, but there's a little part of me that feels a little bit bitter. I really wish we could have done this all in person. I remember the first happy hour we had back in person. I'm like, these people are so cool. I had no idea. So there's just a little part of me. The next is curious about what changes will be made in our community and in our world. And finally, I feel an extreme amount of gratitude for all of you. People that I never would have met without Cleveland Bridge Builders. I told my husband after our retreat here when I got home that this experience felt a little bit like college to me, with a more responsible version of myself, of course. And I arrived at the zoo, I didn't know anybody in here. And I am leaving here today with friendships and relationships that I never could have imagined. If I'm being really transparent, after those first few days at the zoo, I felt a bit inadequate. I was surrounded by so many amazing people that I'm looking at right now. People who have found their life's passion. People who are changing the world already. People who know what they want out of life and they're doing it. I see Tiffany, I see Sarah, I see Aaron, all these people doing amazing work. Father Damien, who I actually wrote this line before Marianne said this, so I laughed. Father Damien, who should be dropping the mic after everything he said. And I looked in the mirror and I thought to myself, what the heck are you doing with your life? How do you even compare to these people? And then I realized that's not really what this is about. It's not really about me comparing myself. It's not about comparison. It's not about competition. I learned throughout this process, and with some resolve and peace in my heart, that each of us is on our own path. It's not a better path and it's not a worse path. It's just different. So for me, it's been a path about self-discovery. It was time to check my shame and defensiveness at the door and genuinely question, how did I get here? Are you happy? Maybe even ask myself some appreciative questions. Thank you, Rachel. Imagine if your life was ... And I realized I am still figuring it out. I may have failed the Acres Challenge because I was really tired of Zoom. My lab team may have lost the Go Game Challenge.
Winners!
Yes, winners in, life, all other things. But what Bridge Builders has really taught me is that that's okay, and you can figure it out along the way. Now, I have the tools to know how to get there. I know what to do when I'm there, and I have the support of everyone in this pavilion, as we'll call it, to help me along the way. So my path is not a better path, and it's not a worse path. It's just a different path. Through the Lab Team Project, we learned about so many incredible organizations in and around Northeast Ohio and that are doing critical work to our community. We learned about their triumphs and struggles and the impacts that COVID has had on their organizations and how we can help. I want to say thank you to my lab team, who is mostly sitting over there. I feel really fortunate to have met all of you. You somehow challenged me, inspired me, and made me laugh constantly, which is a pretty unique team experience, and I feel really, really grateful for it, so thank you. In the last 10 months, I have found solace with other people who have gone through exactly what I have. I found a sounding board who can give me feedback when I need it. I found relief, kindness, and grace. And while our different journeys bring unique perspectives and viewpoints, along the way, I've also found similarities. So like I said, yeah, our journeys are not better, they're not worse, and they are different, but there's also some sameness. And I guess where I'm going with all this is that I feel grateful for all of our differences, but also the similarities too. I feel grateful to have learned from every single one of you, and for everything that has brought us together. You have all taught me things I didn't know. You've opened my eyes to issues in our city and in our communities and shown me that I need to do more. You've also shown me that we're all human. We're all tired of Zoom and Teams. We're nervous about this post-COVID life, and we're wondering what the next 12 months is going to bring. So with that, while our paths may be different, I feel grateful for what we have in common. Because what we have in common is the love of our community, a passion for changing the world, and massive love for the best class ever, of course, the best Peers Builders class of 2021. Thank you all.